63% of men are now single, whilst only 34% of women are single. This is from Pew Research. What is the most amount of dates you've had in 1 week?
In 1 week?
1 week, correct.
I would say 5.
Even an average girl, like 5 out of 10 girl, she can go on a date every single night of the week. And that's just like how society is right now. The thing is, guys are fully aware of this. Guys know that, like, okay, I'm going to be her Tuesday slot. Then there's going to be a Wednesday and a Thursday, right? One of the big things that we see right now is men are going their own way, because it's gotten to the point where guys aren't feeling respected in the dating market. They just feel like they're being used for money, and that respect element isn't there. So from a girl's point of view, there are some girls who would just go on like date after date after date, still expect the guy to pay for every single one. The traditional standard for the guy of being the gentleman, being the one who pays, that's still there. But then the ladylike aspect for the women, that's no longer a thing, right?
Men have chosen to disengage themselves from relationships or any interactions with these modern feminist women. The modern dating culture is a huge disappointment to men, considering that the modern woman has no sense of commitment. Being faithful is materialistic and has ridiculous expectations for any man that can be a potential partner. Men that chose to go their own way are often termed as misogynistic, but on the contrary, these men desire peace of mind and see no value in getting into a relationship with these modern women.
When women are masculine, you can forget about being with a masculine man, because we're gonna look the other way. We do not want masculine women. No, we don't care if you got the bag, or we don't care if you're bossed up. Men don't care about your money. We don't care how much money you have. We don't care how much status you have. All we care about is the traditional attributes that come with femininity.
If a man can't show up and can't be a man and an alpha, then guess what? A woman has to be that alpha. So a lot of men in my life forced me to wear the pants because they had their skirts on. This is what people don't understand, that when I have been forced to be masculine by men who were not alphas, and I had to show up for the family, and I had to pay the rent, the food, everything, I had to. So I'm sorry if I'm masculine, but I've been forced to be masculine. Show me an alpha man that is in his true alpha, not in his wounded masculine, but his full-on masculine, and watch me become a sweet, soft little girl. I need a man that is fully in his energy, masculine energy. And when a man gives that woman that feeling, that safety, that energy, that love, you can feel it. Then a woman deassembles her masculine energy and she falls into her feminine, and she becomes a child with that man. But sadly, I have not met those.
Women like these that refer to themselves as alpha females are one of the biggest reasons for men going their own way. These women are toxic to any relationship with a man, lacking the feminine energy that men crave. Cinderella was a lady with feminine energy, while her sisters were the typical alpha females exuding masculinity. Well, we know how that turned out. The alpha male chose feminine energy over toxic masculine females. These women who consider themselves alphas are not what men want. And that is why men would rather not date, let alone get into any relationship with these masculine energy female weirdos.
The report shows that by 2030, 45% of working women ages 25 to 45 by 2030 will be non-married, no kids, single. Yeah. Okay, so you might say, well, what's wrong with that? Okay, if you think that you're gonna be 45 years old, no kids, not married, and that you're gonna genuinely be fulfilled in life because you made money, best of luck to you, honey.
Right. The feminist movement is one of the biggest reasons for the divorce rate, because women have become so masculine. Woman gets in her masculine energy. A lot of times she'll be disrespectful to her husband. And men don't do well with disrespect. There's surveys that say that 80% of men say they would rather be alone and unloved than to be disrespected. And see, the feminist movement has taken it so far over the years to, it's not just equal rights anymore. Now it's men are being diminished and devalued and demoralized. What do we need men for? We don't need men. We can buy our own cars and we can vote. We can make our own money, run our own businesses. We can even have babies without men. And that makes men feel awful. A man doesn't feel he has anything to contribute to that woman's life. He's got to move on down the road.
Why would a guy want to date somebody who brings to the table exactly what he already brings to the table? He doesn't want to date himself, honey. He certainly doesn't want to date a woman acting like him. He's looking to date somebody who's different so that when you come together and form a beautiful union, he's bringing stuff to the table and you're bringing different stuff to the table. That's called a complementary union, and that creates a whole package. And by the way, creates a whole healthy picture for a child that you bring into the world. Why is he looking, if he's goal-oriented, why does he need you to be goal-oriented too? You think that's on his list? Now, if you are goal-oriented, okay, but you're saying what the guy's looking for. You think, go around and ask guys, what are you looking for in a woman? And tell me how many report back, I need her to be goal-oriented.
Man doesn't want a girl that's just going to be naked all the time and put herself out there available for every man to see. You know, that I don't have to be a man to know that that's not what men want. If you think that that's freedom, the idea that you have to wear less, the idea that you have to get naked to be heard, you really think that's a form of freedom? Because that's slavery, that's bondage. I didn't have to take off my clothes to be heard in society. And these women will realize that when you follow these people that are, self-imposed feminists, I'm a feminist, I do this, I'm a feminist, you hear that word over and over and over again, you'll find that the majority of them are miserable. Look at their lives and ask yourself a question. Do you think they are happy? Do you feel good when you do what they do, right? When you're constantly looking for a dopamine hit from social media because you took your clothes off and you want somebody in your comments, a thirst trap with your ass out. And doesn't want a girl that's just going to be naked all the time and put herself out there available for every man to see. That I don't have to be a man to know that that's not what men want.
When the
If you
boyfriend
think
or
that that's
husband
freedom,
is not accompanying
the idea
the
that you
woman.
have to wear less,
That is
the
where
idea
the
that you have
problem
to get
arises.
naked to be heard, you
These
really think
modern
that's a form of
women are
freedom? Because that's not. That's
extremely
slavery. That's bondage.
gladly
I didn't have to
accommodate
take off my
multiple
clothes to be
sexual
heard in
partners,
society.
despite being in a
And these
relationship.
women will realize that when you
Men do
follow
not
these
want to
people
subject
that are,
themselves to this nonsense,
self-imposed
so they have
feminists,
made the
I'm a
decision
feminist,
not to
I
be
do
in a
this, I'm a feminist,
relationship
you hear
with
that word
these
over and
modern
over and
women.
over again,
These
you'll
women
find
have
that the
lost
majority of
all
them are
sense of
miserable.
morality.
Look at their lives and ask yourself a question.
I'm here to say one more thing.
Oh, goody.
I just had to drag my AC out of my car to my apartment building. 3 guys passed me. None of them offered to help.
Why should they? Women are strong and independent. They can do everything on their own.
None. 0 out of 3. Why? 'Cause you couldn't lift it? You were too scared to lift it? Is that why? Am I intimidating? Am I more masculine than you?
No, that's not what it is at all. But let's take a moment to think about how many women, thousands upon thousands of women, are saying every single day that in fact they don't need men. They don't need them at all. In fact, they're saying sometimes that the world would be better off without men. But apparently, some women still need men for grunt work. I should think that they would be grateful that men are finally listening to their wishes, ideas, and their feelings. But apparently not when it comes to lifting heavy objects.
Why American men don't want to date American women anymore. And little disclaimer, I do live in the US for the past 7 years. 1. Some American men feel that American women are very entitled. They feel that many American women expect a partner who fit a specific ideal. He has to be smart, attractive, successful, fit. They believe that many American women have unrealistic expectations. They expect their partners to do everything, and they expect their partners to put their needs above their own. 2, because of the rise of radical feminism, there is a loss of femininity among American women, and they even started to adopt some masculine traits. 3, opportunistic behavior. A big percentage of divorces are initiated by women, and usually it's because they prioritize their career and personal growth over their family life. And a lot of men also express some frustration because they feel that there is a lack of commitment and loyalty among American women. And that is why a lot of American men are now dating non-American women, because they believe that non-American women tend to prioritize mutual respect, shared values, and commitment.